Hey everyone, this is Ana y Lucia here for Breezeway Productions at the 23rd Annual Art Directors Guild Awards. We got to talk to host David Alan Grier, Jeff Goldblum, and so many more, so check it out. This is a big night for you.
It's very exciting.
I have to say, I noticed your outfit. I really love it.
Thank you. Of course, nominated for Crazy Rich Asians, and so I, couldn't wear just a black tux. So, how can you talk a little bit about your career? How you got started in the business. Well,
you became the president.
I've been actually designing for television and for more than 30 years and features for 25 years. I know it's kind of crazy to believe, but I started as an actor in the business and then started designing for some of the things I was acting in, and various opportunities afforded themselves over time, and all of a sudden I was designing for the stage of a show I'd be in, and then as my acting moved into television, then all of a sudden I was designing for television, and it kind of grew from there. I've been very, very fortunate to do something I love so much and to actually tell stories visually, whether it's in front of the camera or behind the camera as I do now.
How does it feel to be here?
Very nice. It's wonderful.
And congratulations on your Lifetime Achievement Award.
Thank you.
So, how did this all get started? How did you get into it?
I've been working, I think, 45 years in the industry. I designed the Karate Kid movies and the first Poltergeist and Gremlins. So I go way back. So it's quite an honor to get this.
That's amazing. You've really made an impact in so many people's lives with those films.
Yeah, so whenever I mention the movies I worked on, oh yeah, I remember them.
And what is your favorite part about what you do?
Well, I don't know. It never changes. I worked on Godless for Netflix a couple of years ago, and that was a new experience. So it's always new. Depending on the project, that was a Western, but we always design for the script, so it doesn't really matter what project it is.
This is very special for me.
Congratulations, that's amazing.
Thank you. It's 40 years of service to the art directors and the art guilds.
And what is one of the biggest, I guess, motivations for what you do?
Just, I think my love of people and being with people. And I became their mother. I was the big mama to protect them, and they've always been and will be my kids. Yeah, it's wonderful, and to make sure that people are well taken care of in a union environment. It's very important. As a woman, we had a lot of challenges in those days. We still do. But we've made a lot of inroads. More to come.
What made you want to be involved in this show, and how did you, start creating the world?
Right. I was a huge fan of Breaking Bad. I'm a huge fan of Better Call Saul. So when I got called to do the 4th season, I was over the moon. So when I got brought on, it was pretty much to start where things had left off from season 3. There were a couple of new sets, which was a lot of fun to design. The construction site of the Super Lab specifically, and which was also great because some of the members of the art department were there from the very beginning, so the continuity was there. But it was just a fantastic season. I can't wait to see what happens in the next season.
So how did you become involved in Stars Born?
One of the producers, Lynette Howell, collaborates with Derek C. in France, who I'd worked with before on The Light Between Oceans. And Bradley had seen that film and asked Lynette, who had designed it, and then we made a connection through that. And I went on to meet Bradley, and it worked out well. So that's how I ended up.
And what inspiration did you take to create the world? And did the previous Stars Born versions, did that play into it at all?
It did a little bit. I mean, we did tip our hat to the Judy Garland version, where we used the Shrine Auditorium for the final performance, which is the same environment that was in their film. Look, what we tried to do really was to be authentic to a world that, we knew it would be released in 2018, that it would be what music is like now, what that industry is like now, and how people are living in those real environments. That was what I took inspiration from, was reality.
And so as an actor, how important is how does set design affect, play into your acting?
It's huge. I think the world of the characters and the story I mean, it's way beyond the characters. It's the world that they live in. And for me, when I arrive on set, the everything around me tells me so much about my character and about what's going on. For example, I'm in a show called For the People, and I play a lawyer, and I show up, and they have these briefs and these legal documents that are so filled in and so specific, and it tells me so much about my character and the work that I did, and it's so important, the attention to detail.
How does it feel to be nominated, be recognized?
It's hugely exciting. This is our first time here and having, being nominated, so it's all quite foreign, but we're rolling with it, so yeah.
And how did you become involved in the film?
Oh, I met Yorgos in 2012. We just met each other sort of semi-socially. It was a little bit of a professional kind of, I showed him my work and everything. And then, 3 years later, they sent me a script and it had his name on the front, and I was delighted. And then through a process of meetings and things, they offered me the job. So that's how, and then I have worked with Alice, we've made 4 films together. So she came with me.
How did you, get involved with, the 2 videos, and, what inspiration did you take to start creating,
I've done a few Ariana Grande videos this year. She's pretty loyal, and she really seems to really enjoy collaborating with people and trusting them if she gets along with them. So that's how I ended up doing that video. I really love working with the same people over and over again. I've worked with Beyonce on many videos, and I really love the sort of the team you get exposed to and the shorthand you develop. And the Kendrick Lamar video came together very, very quickly, very suddenly. There were only a couple days to prepare for it. It was my first time working with him, and it was an awesome challenge.
How does it feel to be here tonight?
Oh my gosh, amazing. I was telling everyone, I think that a set is the most important part of a story being told on screen, and to be able to honor the designers that create these mythological sets and these sets that are different planets and things like that, it's amazing.
A lot of people have been talking about your performance in Green Book. So, for the actors out there, how are you able to give such an, amazing performance with few lines, maybe not as many?
Well, first of all, this is my big break. As we call it, my Cinderella story. And the best part of it, I don't have to run out of the ball at 12 o'clock. So. And it's my American dream come true. I'm coming from the former Bulgaria, former communist country. I've been only 9 years in the business. It was quite a bit of process. But working with Peter Farrelly, I don't think anyone out there can have a problem. His guidance, his freedom, giving to the actor, and the whole atmosphere, and especially with Mahershala Ali and Viggo Mortensen next to you, as friends, not even colleagues. As I always say, the bigger the star, the easier it is to work with. And that whole atmosphere of friendship and freedom and opportunity to just be yourself, all you have to do is just stay focused, and everything was just worked fine.